Welcome to This Week in Colorado Soccer. I'm your host, Eric Pelloni, alongside head coach Danny Sanchez. Coach, big weekend, big win over Hawaii on Friday, and then the big win over Iowa, so swept the weekend. That's fantastic stuff. Let's start with Friday. Hawaii 3-1, and before we get started on highlights, I would like to point out, Coach, 2 weeks ago, you said big things were coming. We're working on big things. You're a genius, because 2 weeks later, sure enough, the Crap Cat didn't quite pan out with Men in Blazers, but ESPN SportsCenter top 10, number 2 in the Hawaii game, the flip throw from Danica Evans to Taylor Kornieck.
Well, that's the first time anyone's ever called me a genius, Eric, so I appreciate that. SportsCenter top 10, a lot of people watch that show, because I was actually watching another Pac-12 game of UCLA and North Carolina that was on, and all of a sudden my phone started blowing up with text messages from everyone. And I would argue that was our third best goal of the game. But with the SportsCenter in the world of sports, it was number 2. And I think really the key to that was the production from Buff Vision to find the proper angles to make sure with commentary and different angles to get that on there. So I think that was really the key.
That could be the key. I think also, the flip throw was a flashy play, and it's less about the build-up. And as you said, there's pretty soccer, and then there's the flip throw, and everybody's like, ooh, flip throw, shiny.
We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Hawaii came in 5-0-1, and they were as billed. And we'll talk a lot about the flip throw from Danica to Taylor, but that really got us going. Got the early goal, and then we kept putting the pressure on, and Stephanie slipped a nice ball into Danica, and she was taken down, and Taylor buried the PK, and we're up 2-0 at half, and I think we took the foot off the gas a little bit at the start of the second half, gave up a penalty of our own, but played well, and it was great for a great run at the end of the game by Emily Bruder to pick out Danica to really kind of clinch the game 3-1, so it was a great result for us on Friday.
Coach, Sunday, Iowa Hawkeyes in town, a Big Ten school, and you had a couple of opponents in common, notably the Missouri win that Iowa had, and they had won 6 games in a row, I believe, Andy? Stat of the week, yep.
That's not the stat of the week.
That's not the stat of the week. What's the stat of the week, Andy?
Stat of the week is another great start for the Buffs on Sunday. The second time in school history that the Buffs have scored in the first 4 minutes of a game, back-to-back games.
How about that?
Wow, that's
pretty good. I like it. Well, scoring early certainly takes a lot of the pressure off.
Helps the cause, yeah.
And so the 4-1 win over Iowa on Sunday, another big win.
Yeah,
Talk about that one.
I mean, Iowa, came off kind of their rivalry match over Iowa State, a very good Iowa State team, won 2-0, and came in with a lot of confidence. Like you said, it had won 6 in a row, including a 2-1 win over Mizzou at Mizzou in overtime, kind of similar to our match, and a 4-1 win over Colorado State. And we had a 2-1 win over Colorado State, but we came out fantastic. Emily Bruder had been pressing and been knocking on the door, but a great early ball from Joss to find her. To get that early goal, like Andy pointed out, in the first 4 minutes. But I thought we kept the pressure up, we kept the tempo up, and then Sarah played a really nice ball for Bruder's second goal. 2-0 at half, and right before halftime, got a service from Collier that she'll say she's shooting, but she should be crossing. But whatever, you throw a ball in a dangerous spot in traffic and people making runs, and fortunately for us, that went in. So 3-0 at halftime. But once again, if we're going to nitpick a little bit, we knew they were going to come out with more energy to start the second half, and they put some pressure on us, got a good goal. We're putting some pressure on us. But once again, to find that fourth goal, I think, was the key. And Stephanie played a nice ball into Camilla, who had also been knocking on the door, had a lot of chances this year, but scored a really nice goal, good composure to clip it over the keeper. And a 4-1, and I think we just kind of rode it out from there. We got everybody in the game, got some good minutes, so it was a very good win over a very good Big Ten team at home. But obviously now all of our focus is on Denver on Saturday.
If anyone was due, Camilla Shrimka was definitely due for a goal, and she finally broke through. 3 different Buffs, all with their first goals of the season. So getting scoring from other places that you hadn't been getting it from. So to have other players step up, and then Emily Bruder to get the brace.
And we know they're capable of it. We know they're good players. We have a lot of good players. So it's going to be an element of by committee, but let's make that committee bigger. We're not nitpicking. Anybody can join the committee.
Goals are goals.
They can come in. Anybody can join in. Players are watching, jump in on the committee. But it was a good performance for us for sure.
And the almost goal at the end that went off the post. The
great effort by Kenzie. Izzy and Stephanie kind of chested it through, and great composure from Kenzie. It would have been a good way to finish it off. But it was a great look from Kenzie's Love, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was described to me as cheeky. It was a cheeky.
It was.
It was great, though. It would have been, if she had her, it would have been a
It could have been a top 10 play.
Could have been a top 10 play. Matter of inches.
Yes, exactly.
3 inches to the left, and that ball maybe kicks
a
across,
golazo.
goes in.
Yeah.
So we caught up with Emily Bruder after the game.
I guess it's just been a lot of pressure in the last few games, and I'm just really excited to finally get 2 off because now I know that it's going to be a good season and just preparing myself. And, I mean, even Camilla, that was her first goal as well, and I guess Kalia. So we're all hitting the scoreboard, and, you know, it's great to have a lot of people on our team being able to score because we're going to need that in the Pac-12. And I think that this is just the beginning, and we've been working on shooting every practice, and we just keep going after it. So I think that more goals are going to come, and not just from the forwards, but the midfields. And I'm just really excited and looking forward to more goals.
Coach, back to Colorado Cup action. Denver Pioneers in town, as you had mentioned, this Saturday, high noon.
Yep.
It's like a showdown.
As our boy John Wayne would say back in the day, yeah. You know, Denver has been on a good roll. They had a tough match with Hawaii, but it beat Arizona State on the road, beat Northern Colorado at home. But like we say, in any rivalry game, you can throw it all out the window. It's going to be a huge match for us on Saturday. Like you said, high noon. If we a win or a draw, and we can retain the cup for the 5th time in 6 years. And the one time we didn't win it, we lost on goal differential. But obviously, all of our focus is on getting the win on Saturday because it's our last non-conference game before we start Pac-12 play next week. So we know it's going to be a tough match. Training this morning was awesome. I told the team it was sharp, it was focused, good intensity. We have to keep that going through the week, and we're super excited for Saturday. We're hoping a big crowd. The game's at 12. We moved it up an hour because there seems to be an important football game after on TV. I think a 2:20 kick for our Buffs against Michigan in the Big House in Ann Arbor. So we moved the game up so everybody will be done by 1:55. They can be to their house or their favorite establishment to watch the game by 2:20. But we really want to get a big crowd out for Saturday because it'll be a big rivalry game for us.
The football game, I don't think they've played there in 22 years. And last time I think it worked out favorably for the Buffs.
I believe it was a very good catch at the end. I believe maybe one of the Buff Vision people were there. Yeah, that was Eric.
Pedal to Print Up this Saturday, so come on out. First 100 pedalers will get a free water bottle, and it'll be a beautiful day, as always, at Print Up Field, so no reason not to be there. For those of you who cannot make it to Print Up Field, the game will be streamed live on CUBuffs.com. And, of course, follow the team all season, CUBuffs.com/soccer. Use the hashtag TWICS to interact with the show, or don't, which seems to be nobody is.
Somebody's going to do it
Somebody's going to do it one of these days. So good luck this weekend, Coach, and we'll see you next week.